Hi guys, welcome back to Firestorm Games and another episode of the Hobby Table. This time we're turning our attention to the recently resurrected game from Games Workshop, which is of course Necromunda. And in this video, we'll be looking at the Goliath Gang. As always, I'll be building these miniatures, giving you my opinions and some details about the kit and the sprues themselves, before finally summing up what I think. So let's get started and get this Goliath Gang assembled. So the Goliath Gang box set comes with enough components to assemble 10 Goliath Gang members. Now the kits are entirely plastic, as are all the latest Games Workshop releases, and they come over 2 sprues. Now the sprues that you actually get in here are identical, and all the items that you get are basically duplicated across both of the sprues. Now the set also comes with some instructions. Now whilst they're not quite as clear as the instructions we've seen in the 40k and Age of Sigmar sets, they are fairly clear. All the components are numbered on the sprue and they're also numbered in the instruction booklet as well. It gives you some ideas of how you can also assemble some of the named characters for Necromunda as well, which is especially useful because you don't need to worry about what weapon options you're giving to which gang member. So talking about customizations, this kit actually comes with a huge range of modifications and options, which is actually really surprising because some of the more recent kits that we've had from Games Workshop, such as the Death Guard, have been very limited on which arms and which bodies you can use certain items with. Some heads have been restricted to certain bodies, and we've been really limited on the options that we get. But this kit actually does allow you to swap out the arms from the bodies. You can use different heads, you can use different additional items. These miniatures are much more customizable than some of the more recent items, and they still have really nice poses as well. Now, whilst they might not be quite as posable as Space Marine kits, the sheer number of options for different heads and different weapons you get in this set, and you can actually really create some interesting looking gang members. In terms of weapon options, we get a whole range of different items to choose from. We get things like the Power Hammer, the Serrated Axe, we get a Crumper Rivet Cannon, as well as a whole different range of close combat weapons and also ranged weaponry as well, which are all very clunky, very big, which is very fitting for the size and brutality that the Goliath Gang gives off. So now that we've talked about all the items we actually get in this kit, let's talk about the aesthetics of this gang. Now they are Goliath by name and certainly Goliath by nature. All of their weaponry is massive, they've got very clunky and brutish looking armour. In fact, the miniatures themselves stand at roughly the same height as a non-Primaris Space Marine, just to give you an idea of how big these miniatures really are. These guys are very industrial in their appearance. Some of their armour is very just crude, cobbled together plates, almost orcish in its appearance. And the weapons they use, some of them actually just look like their industrial tools have been repurposed for clobbering people's heads in. Now these guys are also very post-apocalyptic in their appearance. I'm getting a real Mad Max vibe from them. They're all sporting these shaven heads and mohawks, so it really completes that post-apocalyptic industrial look. Now another thing I want to quickly mention about these sets, which we haven't really looked at yet, is the bases that they come with. Instead of giving us those plastic, boring, same old bases we get with every other 40k kit, these miniatures come with some sculpted bases. They have these really nice riveted industrial tile feeling on the bases, and they're actually really well detailed. I'd even say they're much more well defined than those previous basing items that Games Workshop released a while ago. Now so far I've given these Goliath Gangers a glowing praise, but there are a few minor things about this kit that actually could have been improved on, and I really have had to think about what I don't like about this kit. First of all, I did mention that I do like some posability in my miniatures. These guys don't have an awful lot. You can change out the arms and the heads, but they're all pretty much static pose, and you don't get any ball and socket joints like you have done with past kits. Now another drawback about this kit is the fact that we only get one unique sprue in here, which gives you the ability to produce 5 miniatures, which because of the limited posability means you're going to inevitably be using some of the same parts again on your gang, and it's going to be quite obvious that those parts have been reused. So it would have been nice maybe to have these items spread over 2 sprues and have some slightly different poses and also different weapon options as well. Now, apart from those minor grievances, I really can't fault this kit. Games Workshop have done a stellar job in bringing Necromunda back to the present, and these miniatures really look fantastic. As an added item, I would also like to point out that these guys would actually make fantastic Chaos Cultists for a Khorne-themed Chaos Space Marine army. So, now that I've looked at all the individual items, let's see what these miniatures look like assembled. And here we have some fully assembled gang members. Now I'm not going to praise this kit anymore because I've already talked enough, but if you're interested in picking up a set of these miniatures for yourself, they're available for an RRP of £25. However, they're currently available on the Firestorm Games web store for £21.25. So I'll include a link in the description below to take you directly to the web store and you can pick up a set of these guys for yourself. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do let us know in the comments below, and also leave us your suggestions for future videos you would like to see us do, such as painting tutorials and other build videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to be kept up to date with all of our future content. And so I just want to finish by saying a huge thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you again on Firestorm Games.